Guten Morgen. You know, it's good that we can have things on tape and recorded now these days. Okay? So we can look back and reflect on what was said then and how it compares to new revealed information. Now, at the time when I was having these discussions with friends, some family members, and people at large, they were virulently aggressive towards you. Okay? Thought you didn't know what you were saying. And of course, at that time, the politicians were pulling one of the greatest deception ever pulled on the globe. And many fell for it. I mean, these people, boy, oh boy, they would have attacked you if you said anything that was contradictory against the prevailing order at the time. Now everybody looks back and make all sorts of excuses why they did and said what they said. Like, we didn't know, we weren't sure. But we were trying to be the voice of reason throughout all of this. So for all you bashers who were against us and thought we were conspiracy theorists and came at us in the most virulent ways, guess what? We were on the right side of history. We saw something that you didn't see. Because I guess we use logic, reason, and critical thinking to make our decisions. So in the height of all of this, I actually went to work every day. Matter of fact, we were considered essential workers. Because of course, New York wanted to keep that federal money coming. So while we were going to work every day, okay, in the office, most of you were home, whacking off and looking at dirty movies. For me, it was a blessing of sorts because there were practically 3 to 4 vehicles on the road. A trip that would usually take me about an hour and a half, at that time was taking me probably half an hour, 45 minute stops. So I was happy about that. But anyway, while I was doing that, there was a garage below the building that I worked. So I used to meet this gentleman, this young cat. He was, in charge of taking care of all of this. And we used to have some very interesting conversations because he was one of the few that understood what I was saying. So I want you to take a look at this, a little discussion we had when I drove up that morning into the garage. Okay? Listen carefully. Look at it all the way to the end. Initially, we goofed around because the kid was also interested in a lot of, physical, training and stuff like that. And he saw that I, obviously was involved in that. And I gave him a couple of tips. And then I would tell him every time I see him in the morning, I say, look, Private Pilot, you got to drop and give me 50. You see what I'm saying? So take a look at this. Here is the video that comes back to haunt many of you guys, because everything we said then made absolute sense. And of course, much of it was stifled. It was, you just couldn't get any views on that because you knew what was happening around that time. But hey, again, we were spot on.
Yes, you tell them. Who? Yes.
Yeah. All right, Private Pilot. Let's do this right, son. Let's do this. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. That's a spirit. That's a spirit we need in the world. All right, Private Pilot. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, today's Garage Talk Edition 3.
It is a beautiful day.
Sure is.
You're gonna tell the world what's going on?
That's what's up. And I got some questions for you, brah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bring 'em on.
I know you must have heard about all the troop movements in the Great China Sea. The British are moving in with their fleet. The Indians are moving in with their aircraft carriers. I just want to know, man, what do you think, man, with all the troop movements all over the world? Do you think we're heading for some sort of confrontation or something?
Well, right now there's a socialist movement going on around the world. Any country you see, there's conflict. There's political conflict. And, you know, it's got to divide the country, and we're headed for World War III soon.
I'm telling you, man, it looks like that, man. You got to be prepared.
You people better be ready. It's coming. It's coming.
I told them, bro. I told them. It's not like I didn't tell them.
Do your damn push-ups. Do your pull-ups, man.
That's what's up.
You got to need that strength. When the world ends, we got to be living times of disasters. You got to be physically strong, ready to hunt for your meals. There's no more supermarkets, nothing.
That's what's up.
You better listen.
We're trying to tell them, man, but they haven't been listening. Like I told them a few weeks ago, I said to them, I said, look, I'm telling you, that mandate shit is coming. I'm telling you, you know, I said it. As a matter of fact, I was joking around and goofing around about it and said, they're coming for your ass. And they thought I was joking.
No.
But that shit is serious, you know what I'm saying? And it's only the start right now.
There's a lot of conflict going on, and soon there's going to be a World War III, so everybody get ready.
So
everybody get ready.
What do you think is going to initiate it? You think that making all these vaccination mandatory, you know, that's going to be problematic?
Yeah, it's going to be problematic. A lot of people don't believe in this. You know, I would say like at least 40-50% of people, the world population, they're going against the government because of these issues. They're making it mandatory. And me personally, and other people I know, like you and I, we don't believe in this shit.
That's what's up.
Stand up for our rights and for a family.
Well, I mean, just on a fundamental level. I mean, if you have something that has not been tested, if you have something that is experimental, if you have something that's just, you know, just for emergency use, I mean, just on that merit alone, I would be concerned. You know what I'm saying?
Really concerning.
You know, just in that alone, I'll be cautious. So, you know, I kind of understand why people are cautious.
Yeah, it's really concerning because, you know, like you mentioned before, like, first of all, it's not even approved by the FDA. You know, this vaccine was made like within a year, or less than a year.
Right.
You know, and it's very concerning. There's over 5,000 deaths.
That's
you know,
what's up.
I know somebody that a close friend of mine, his sister died of a heart attack, and she had no pre-existing condition of heart disease.
That's what's up.
And she got vaccinated, and within like a couple of weeks she died.
Yeah, but they're not going to talk about that. You know, instead
you know what?
they're going to spread the propaganda.
Yeah. There's a lot of issues going on, and what's very concerning, if you take a look what's going on, they're pushing this so hard. They're even giving you like a free slice of pizza to get vaccinated. So
I know, son.
You know, if they made it optional, then I would think that
you probably might be a little more motivated to do it, right?
Well, like, no, it's too much pressure.
That's what they don't understand. So it kind of makes you think, why are you trying to pressurize people so much to get this shit done? What's your motivation?
Listen, and if the vaccine works, why are they suggesting for people that are vaccinated to wear masks?
Well, we know, son. We know the whole deal. We know what's up. I mean, we know it's a bunch of...
I mean, I respect people that get vaccinated and they want to wear masks all day. I respect that. But me personally, I'm not doing it.
Right, and that's your choice.
Because it's my choice.
That's your choice, and that's your body, and that's what they always say.
I ask people to have respect for people that I ask people to have respect for people that don't want to get vaccinated.
That's what's up. I agree. This is America, the land of the free, the brave, and the bold. You know what I'm saying? And we have certain fundamental rights that should never be trespassed upon.
I have my belief, and whoever gets vaccinated has their belief.
Right.
We should respect each other and not be divided. We should be together.
Right.
Because that's
based on mutual respect.
Yeah, because that's what the government wants. They want division, they want war, they want this and that.
Exactly.
You just gotta get things out of the box and look at the big picture.
That's what's up, man. Well, I appreciate this Garage Edition 3, man. Good looks.
All the people out there.
That's what's up. Thanks.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Again, we were spot on. And just like many of you are blinded in all the current situations that we face, so too you were blinded back then. But I guarantee you, in a few years, you're going to look back and ask yourselves, why the heck was I so bamboozled or blinded. And then you're going to kick yourself in the ass. But as usual, just like the fallout and the damage from COVID is too late to change, it's already done, so too, the damage that you would have been complicit in and helped facilitate would be too late. Would be too late to correct. But if you want to do a little experiment, okay, I want you to take a look at this and do a little experiment. And you would notice that the people who are Democrat leaning are the ones that supported the COVID vaccination and mandates and stuff like that. These are the sheep, okay? And what you'll also notice in a local situation, and I'm talking about in a Grenada situation now, that the very people who supported COVID and the mandates and all of that sort of stuff and got duped are the same people who also locally are Democrat leaning, and also you would realize that they support this current administration. Is all of this an accident? No, it's not. Not at all. That's why you see the leader of your current administration says that you all don't know math. Because it's true math that you can cultivate a mentality of logic, reason, and critical thinking. Okay? So that is why, in a very smart way, he takes a jab and he says, Grenadians don't know math. We need to increase. I'm learning the math. On that note, but again, many a times, you guys are sometimes, many of you are your worst enemies. Okay? You fool yourselves. So it's not like some marked brilliance of fool, many of you, because you already are taken and you fool yourselves. That is why I take such a hands-off approach now these days. And I've always said, so don't be surprised. My efforts is commensurate with other people's efforts. So if you if you cannot see, and you don't want to struggle for what you should struggle for, then why you think I would put myself on the line to struggle for you? I've seen people who have done that before, okay? And you know what was the consequences for them? Think about it. Look throughout your history. And it is the same people like you, the mass of people, who left them out, okay, unprotected, so that hyenas and wolves could eat them. So that hyena and wolves could devour them. A lot of you people are reckless and dangerous to your own selves. You play around too much, and you'd never realize when situations or circumstances are deadly serious. That is your problem. I see, for example, okay, that you people let Jenny, okay, who went to the Polaris site, and just as a matter of journalistic investigation, actually said what was going on at the site. Okay? And you people allow or didn't respond when some of the most vile people in social media said some of the most derogatory and some of the most vile, despicable things about that young woman. Okay? And all of you who pretend to love this woman so much, okay, and to love what she says, and yeah, Jenny, none of you went on social media to counteract, okay, or to push back about what was said or being done to her. Think you people can be trusted? That is the same thing that some of you, okay, collectively, by inaction, by ineffectiveness, by inability to predict what direction things were heading, to, you guys allowed the same thing to happen and the people to be sacrificed on October 19th. You people are dangerous people, okay? Because you don't understand how serious some people are thinking and the lengths to which they will go, okay, to maintain power. But soon enough, I'm sure many of you will learn.